I'm going all in on building the She's Making Millions movement. There's nothing out there like what we're building. This is the first of its kind for women-only entrepreneurs, investors, mentors, founders. What we want to do is spotlight and showcase the amazing female entrepreneurs that are out there in the world that you might not know about, you might not have heard of. We want to showcase these women so that they can mentor you, so that you can listen to this podcast and get free advice around how to grow and scale your business to be multi-millions of dollars, if that is what you want. This platform is going to allow you to book mentoring sessions. It's going to connect you with female investors that are willing to take a chance on you to invest in your growth of your company. There's nothing else like this for us women. And so everyone that's involved in this movement, everyone that's learning from our mentors, everyone that has access to our investors, they're going to all rise together. We will empower women and people around the world to live their most extraordinary life and become the best version of themselves. Welcome to the very first episode of the She's Making Millions podcast. I am so excited to be here. Oh my God, this podcast has been in my brain for about 2 years. And I actually made the podcast intro literally 2 years ago. We only launched it recently because I just let those little excuses get in the way. Oh, I'm too busy. I don't have time. I don't know if anyone will listen. I let those things hold me back, but normal. We're not letting any mindset or limiting belief things hold us back in 2025. 2025 is the year that we chase our dreams unapologetically. We chase our big, massive aspirations and goals and we go for it. So here we are on the podcast. In this episode, I want to share a little bit about my story, how I got to where I am today, and then also a little bit about the movement that we're creating with She's Making Millions, because I have a massive vision for what we are going to create. And I'm so excited that you're going to be a part of the community. You're going to be a part of our movement, and you're really going to just get to learn from some of the most amazing, successful businesswomen that we're bringing as guests onto the show. So let's start at the start in terms of my story and how I got to where I am today. I actually grew up in Canberra. And if you've ever been to Canberra, you know that just escaping Canberra is an achievement in itself, because everyone in Canberra is a public servant or a politician. They work for the government. They're very happy to stay in their little cubicle, stay in their box, work until they're 65 and then retire and then just die after that. Sounds extreme, but it's sort of true. And that was just not the life that I wanted for myself. I have such a big vision. I want to impact people around the world. I want to give back. I want to make the world a better place. I don't want to leave the world with regrets. And so I had to get out of Canberra. I knew that from pretty much as soon as I became a teenager. And so when I was a teenager, I was going through a really tough time with my family. My dad had actually been having an affair on my mum while she was recovering from brain surgery. And I remember the moment that we found out about that, it was like, an arrow in my heart. Like, oh my God, how could this possibly happen? How could our happy little family now completely turn upside down? And it just derailed everything for a very long time. There was many years of emotional and verbal abuse between all of the family members. It was a very, very traumatic and stressful time. And so as a young adult, I turned to alcohol and drugs to deal with that, because I didn't know how to navigate my emotions. I didn't understand how to work through things. They don't teach you that in school, and your parents don't teach you how to manage your emotions or how to work through trauma, because they're experiencing such trauma themselves. And so I used to go out every single weekend and get drunk, do drugs. I just was not living the best version of my life. It was taking a very dark turn, and it wasn't until I was finishing uni and I studied communications and advertising at the University of Canberra, and I was applying for jobs all around Australia, anywhere but Canberra. I was just trying to get out of Canberra. And I applied for probably 50 or 60 jobs around Australia, and everyone just kept saying, no, you don't have enough experience. You don't have enough experience. You don't have enough experience, even though I'd done a 6-month internship. And so I just thought to myself, well, screw this. If no one's going to give me a job, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to make something for myself. And so that's how I actually started my very first business. And it wasn't long after I started. It wasn't maybe about 6 to 8 months after I started, I realized, okay, Canberra, I can't be building this business in Canberra. I need to get out. I need to be surrounded by other entrepreneurs that inspire me, that motivate me, that are doing big things, that want to change the world and make it a better place. And so I actually moved to Bali with only one client. My business was making $600 per month, and my rent alone was $700 per month. So from day one, I was very much on the back foot. I'd spent all of my savings getting to Bali. I had about 1 month's worth of expenses that I could pay for based on my savings. And so from day one, it was very much hustle hard, figure things out, no excuses, get to the co-working space early in the morning, don't leave till 9 or 10 p.m. at night. I barely saw any of Bali. I was just working so hard because I didn't give myself a plan B. I didn't give myself another option. I knew that Bali was the place that I wanted to be. And so I was relentless in my pursuit of chasing that goal. I was not going back to Canberra. I refused to admit defeat and go back to Canberra. And that was really a massive turning point in my life where I realized, actually, I am capable of anything that I put my mind to, because it doesn't matter how hard it is. If I can figure out how to generate clients and run a business, having never worked in a business before, besides like at Rebel Sport in retail, I had a casual job at Rebel Sport. I'd never worked in an agency, and I started an agency. If I can figure that out and figure out how to get enough money to have food, to go and live my life in Bali, then I can do absolutely everything. And so that was such a massive, massive turning point for me in my life, because I just built the belief that I can do anything that I put my mind to. And over the years, my business has changed, and I've learned so much about building teams and systems and automation and all of that sort of stuff. And I've been able to move through having such a scarcity mindset around money and feeling like I don't know how to make money. I don't know how to hold money and contain money, to now we make 7 figures in my business. I know I have a money management system in place that is going to allow me to hold and maintain as much money as I decide that I want to. And so I learned so much over the years, to the point where now I have this amazing business level of outsourcing, but it wasn't fulfilling me in the way that I wanted. It wasn't allowing me to show up as the biggest, best version of myself to achieve the vision that I have for my life. And so actually in the past couple of months, I realized, okay, level up outsourcing is not what I want to be focusing on. And so I've decided to essentially quit that business. Not quit in like sell it, but quit in terms of we're not focusing on growing that business anymore, because I don't want to have any more staff. We have like 80 staff. I don't want more staff. I don't want more clients. We have a beautiful client base that we work with right now that I'm very happy with. So we're keeping those clients. We're keeping the current staff that we have. And I'm going all in on building the She's Making Millions movement, because I truly believe in my soul that if more women built bigger businesses, the world would be a much better place, because we have such empathy. We have such big hearts. We have the capacity, the emotional capacity to be able to manage teams in a better way, to be able to build businesses in a better way and impact the world in a bigger and better way. And so that is the vision that I have with She's Making Millions, and the movement that I'm creating is a group of women that truly believe that by them making more money, by them making multi-millions of dollars, we will make the world a better place. We will empower women and people around the world to live their most extraordinary life and become the best version of themselves. And that's really the premise behind She's Making Millions. That's what we want to do is spotlight and showcase the amazing female entrepreneurs that are out there in the world that you might not know about, you might not have heard of before. We want to showcase these women so that they can mentor you, so that you can listen to this podcast and get free advice around how to grow and scale your business to be multi-millions of dollars, if that is what you want. We're going to build a tech platform that's going to allow you to connect with some of the world's best female business owners and world's most successful entrepreneurs, investors, C-suite team members, influencers. We're building a tech platform that's going to allow you to book a one-on-one mentoring session with them for a once-off fee. These are women that you would never usually have access to, but you're going to be able to have access to them and book them for a one-on-one mentoring session. You don't have to join their $50,000 mastermind, or you don't have to worry about figuring out how do I get access to this person? I really want a mentoring session with this amazing tech founder who she's scaled her business to multi-millions. She's got millions of dollars from investors. How did she do that? I really want to have a mentoring session with her, but she doesn't actually offer mentoring. This platform is going to allow you to book mentoring sessions, and it's also going to connect you with investors. It's going to connect you with female investors that are willing to take a chance on you to invest in your growth of your company, to help you build a massive, big business that's going to make a big difference to the world. There's so much going on behind the scenes in terms of building this movement, building this tech platform. We're going to be launching a TV show. There's so much happening. And I'm just so excited for the journey because there's nothing out there like what we're building. This is the first of its kind for women-only entrepreneurs, investors, mentors, founders. There's nothing else like this for us women specifically. And I think there's so many challenges that we face as women in business that men don't even have to worry about. For example, I just recorded another podcast episode with one of our amazing, I won't mention who it is, but we finished recording the podcast episode. She stood up and she was checking the chair because she has her period, in case there was any blood on the chair, and she had to wear dark pants today because she has her period. Guys would never understand something like that, but that's a regular occurrence for women every month. When you get up and you have to check your chair, or you stand up and you feel like your period's starting, oh my God, shit, I don't have a tampon, I don't have a pad with me. We have to deal with the fact that society expects us, if we're building a business, that we can't have a family at the same time. It's not possible to juggle your family and your business at the same time because you can only focus on one of those things. And society teaches us that if we want to have it all, we have to do it all ourselves. And that's just not the case. There are so many women out there that you can collaborate with. There are so many things that men do automatically that women don't think to do because it feels a bit weird, like as a woman to have somebody come to your house and cook and clean and look after your kids for you. That might feel really weird. But if you want to have a big business and you want to impact a lot of people, you might need somebody to come to your house and cook and clean and help look after the kids for 4 to 5 hours per day. And that is totally fine. And so that's why we're focusing on women only, is because there are certain challenges that we face as women that men just don't understand and they don't face. And that's really what this movement is all about, is supporting women navigating the specific issues that women face as business owners, as C-suite executives, as mentors, as investors, navigating those issues and collectively rising, because all ships rise with the tide, right? And so everyone that's involved in this movement, everyone that's learning from our mentors, everyone that has access to our investors, they're going to all rise together. And that's what I'm so excited to create. So if you're listening to this and you are excited by this vision, by this mission, by this movement that we're creating, I would encourage you to join our school community, because school, if you don't know about school, it's a platform that Sam Alvins and Alex Hormozy have been growing together. It is a fantastic platform for building online communities. It's so easy to use. I absolutely love it. The interface is very seamless and you can join so many different communities on School. So go to School, it's spelled SKOOL, and search for She's Making Millions, because that is our school community. I'll also obviously pop the link in the show notes for our school community as well. But that would be the best place to start if you are really excited about this movement that we're creating, because anyone that's in our community is going to get first access to our tech platform. If we need more guests on this podcast, we're going to be reaching out to women in our school community. Anything to do with the movement. When we need women to come on our TV show, we're going to be reaching out to the school community. Everything and anything is centered around our school community, the She's Making Millions school community. So if you are interested in being a part of anything that I've mentioned, go ahead and join our school community. If you'd like to follow me along on social media and you haven't already followed me, you can search for Taylor.Victoria. That is my handle on Instagram and TikTok. And if there are any specific women that you would like to hear their story, their tools, their tactics, anything from them, and you want them to come on this podcast, please send me an Instagram DM. Say, Taylor, I would love to hear from this lady. She's an absolute boss. I want to hear what she has to say. Let me know who you would like to listen to. We can get them on the podcast. And then eventually we'll be able to get them onto our tech platform as well, which we're going to call Link Her. So essentially we're going to be linking entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, with mentors and investors to potentially fund your company or to mentor you and help grow your business. So make sure, if you've really loved this episode, if you're excited to hear more about our movement, if you want to involve more women in the movement, please make sure to share this on your stories. Make sure to share this episode with your friends. Please send it to them. I don't ask for anything else. Just send this episode to any girlfriends that you have that might have businesses, because hopefully the stories, the guests, the amazing tools and strategies and tactics that we teach in this podcast are going to help them to be able to grow and scale their businesses as well. So thank you so much for listening in. Until the next episode, I'll see you later. Bye.